Roger Peterson, Chief of Police for the Rochester Police Department. We had a meeting with the Oversight Commission today to discuss body cameras and potential policy around body cameras. It's really an act that we're trying to balance the privacy concerns and the transparency concerns, meet community expectations in that regard. And the Commission is really filling that role of giving us input from the community on exactly what that policy should be. If you were there, you know it can be a pretty complex issue, and there's a lot of issues on either side of that, and in order to balance that, I think they have their work cut out for them. We were hopeful that the legislature would provide some direction in last legislative session. That didn't happen, and I think understanding that there's a lot of advocates on both sides of that question, we're not at all sure that the legislature is going to be able to land somewhere next year. So given the fact that certainly the technology exists, that community expectation is there, and I think it is an appropriate question for the community to ask and answer in terms of how do we want to be policed. And this is a great example of how we can best achieve that and meet those community expectations. And that's certainly what the Commission is trying to accomplish in their discussions. I think most people approach this issue from one side or the other. That is, either from that camera on that police officer should always be on and recording everything, so it has that kind of transparency that we want, while people approaching from the other side say, wait a minute, I don't want what's happening in my house to show up on YouTube the next day if I'm having the worst day of my life. And I think that's when you look at it from another perspective, that it does change that discussion somewhat. I think for your readers, for them to understand, it's really a question of balancing those two issues is what we're trying to do here, not simply say that the technology is going to be the answer to all of these questions. It's really a question of how to use that technology appropriately.